Hello, live from the Philadelphia Fitness Expo. This is Keefus from Muscle Sports Media. How are you today? I'm here with Joe Pietaro as always, and I'm taking the microphone right now because I'm going to interview Joe. We're doing a shitload of sports, and for the first time, it's being hosted by someone other than Joe Pietaro.
Hello, how are you? My name is Arnold Horshack.
The question today on a shitload of sports is, what was your favorite college football team growing up, and why? The reason why I asked that is Joe and I grew up pretty much in the same area. He's from Brooklyn. I'm from Western Nassau County, close to Queens. My favorite college football team growing up was none. None. Because what college football team did I have close to me? Hofstra, Stony Brook, Rutgers. The closest team to me was probably Syracuse or Boston College or Penn State.
I was a Penn State fan, and there's a simple reason why. My name is Joe Pietaro. Penn State's coach for a million years was Joe Paterno. It sounded like my name, and he was an Italian guy, so, you know, guineas root for guineas. Listen, let's black guys root for black guys. Come on, let's be honest. So I always rooted like Lee Mazzilli. So I started watching college football just as a kid, and I heard Joe Paterno was the coach of Penn State, so I said, that's my team, and they've been my team ever since then. Sandusky included. I mean, when they took the beating on that, it was like I had to say, hey, they fucked up and they deserve taking the beating. But they righted the ship since then, and they had a pretty decent year this year, and they're back in the bowl scene after a few years of being in trouble. But no other reason than it had nothing to do with geographical, really. Even though it's not, I could actually drive and go. I've driven by the stadium. I've never been in there, but to me, it was basically just cause of the fucking guy. Now, if his name was fucking, Richie Cunningham, I wouldn't have liked Penn State. I don't know who the fuck I would have liked then.
Absolutely. Now, me being part Irish, I had a lot of family and friends that were Irish and were fans of Notre Dame because of the Fighting Irish. I couldn't really get into it. I mean, I know that they were on Channel 4, NBC, all times, so it was very easy to watch, although I wasn't a huge fan of Notre Dame. So then, concurrently, what would happen is, to break my family and my friends' balls, I would root against Notre Dame and root for the teams that played Notre Dame, such as University of Miami, Stanford, Michigan. So I never got into college football that way. I was a fan of college football, obviously, the quality of play, the players, the bowl system. Now, is Mariano Rivera coming in? The bowl system that's been fixed now still, I think, needs to be fixed a little bit more. Yeah. But I would say, being a graduate of St. John's University, their college football team was in the Division I AA.
It's a basketball school.
It's a basketball school, essentially. And now they don't even have college football. So, again, Hofstra being the closest, another Division I AA.
They don't have football either anymore.
They don't have football anymore either. So, growing up on Long Island, the New York City area, I guess it would have had to been, my brother lives in Jersey. My nephew is a big Rutgers fan, even though he didn't go to Rutgers because he's from Jersey. But, Rutgers, we're talking about the low level of Division I.
Yeah, Rutgers, they had a couple of years when Shiano was there. They made a nice little run. But it's, as New Yorkers, it's really hard to be a full-fledged college football fan because there are no big programs located in New York. So you got to become a fan. I know people that are Ohio State fans, a lot of Notre Dame fans, Michigan. Obviously they pick the big schools, USC. So to me, Penn State, I jumped on the bandwagon because they were good at the time in the 70s also. But it's tough, and it's a shame that there isn't a big school. Like if Fordham had a big program, it would be cool because they're in the Bronx and we could have been, easy fit, or Columbia or something like that. But New Yorkers, it's very different where, like, I have relatives that live in Ohio, and my brother-in-law is fucking a Buckeye nut, and that's like a religious day to go see at the fucking Horseshoe to see games. We don't have that same experience, and I wish we did in New York. It kind of feel a little void without having, because college football, if you follow it, it's fucking great. It really is a lot of fun to watch.
My nephew Kyle, his fiance, Kyle, her whole family are Penn State graduates. and have season tickets, and they go, and it's an all-day event. The game's at 7 p.m. and the beers get cracked open at 10 a.m. It's a whole day. Rutgers is part of the Big Ten now. Could they be good? I don't know. I mean, you're part of the Big Ten, but you're the doormat of the Big Ten because you're really not winning anything.
It's a tough division, obviously, with the teams like Penn State in it, and it's tough.
Yeah. The closest thing to a big college football experience that you can get in the tri-state area or close to the tri-state area would be to go to West Point to see them play Army play a college football game. It's supposed to be an incredible experience with the cadets marching out. It's a beautiful campus, and you can get some big teams in there. I don't know. Have you ever been to the Black Knights game?
I've never been to a home game, but I was at the first Pinstripe Bowl I covered at Yankee Stadium when Notre Dame played the Army squad, and that was a fucking excellent experience. Football at Yankee Stadium is great to watch. I highly recommend to go to those games. Pinstripe Bowl has been, I don't know how many years now, 4 or 5 years now, but that first one with the fucking Irish and the Black Knights was really a lot of fun. And I saw the whole section with the band and the recruits and all. So I got a taste of it, but not from their stadium. I've never been to an Army-Navy game, too.
Now, when you told me you were a fan of I think you would text me saying that, boy, I love Y.A. Tittle. But it was misspelled. It said Y.A. Titties. Was that young ass and titties, or?
Yes, I'm a little too young for Y.A. Tittle. The famous photograph of him bleeding with his helmet off after getting crushed at, I guess that was the Yankee Stadium, I guess that was from, right? I think they were playing the Eagles, right? I think it was an Eagle game. But yes, it was young ass titties.
Young ass titties. So there is another Y.A. Tittle out there. Well, that's going to be it for Muscle Sport TV. This is Keefus with Joe Pietaro, Shitload of Sports. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much.